Hey guys, it's Crossroads here. We've got to talk some Robinhood. Now, I know what you're thinking that we just had Robinhood Weekly. Again, we're on the weekly thing yesterday, but today Vlad dropped a lot of bombshells at a almost 50-minute fireside chat, and we got to go over it. Rather than have you listen to 55 something minutes of that video or reading that transcript, let's just go into some of those highlights. So, first, and I thought that this was the most interesting thing. Um, Vlad actually reiterated and said that the long term goal for Robinhood over the next 10 years is to go and do a 10x, not on the stock, which trades on multiples of revenue, but on the revenue itself, to go from $3 billion to $30 billion. Of course, in Investor Day, they laid out the plan, they showed the TAM, they showed the plan of attack. And since then, the stock, even though it's been a rough couple of weeks, I know, has tremendously appreciated. Of course, they killed it in quarter four too, which really helps. Now, one of the most fascinating pieces that I thought was actually asked was not too much about Robinhood itself. It has to do something with it, but it was really about the administration. And so the administration, Vlad put it basically this way, that the administration's two strategic goals that they've really doubled down on are AI and cryptocurrency. This right here is from the 10K of Robinhood, where they basically have said the exact same thing. It's almost like the US government sees exactly what Robinhood sees and sees as a tremendous opportunity for the United States. This is really bullish for Robinhood. The strategic reserve is certainly bullish for Robinhood. We've talked about that in the past, but also the crypto summit itself in Washington, D.C., guess who's going to be there? Of course, Vlad Tenev, CEO of Robinhood. So it's very exciting, though, that these two things that line up so well with the core competency of Robinhood are exactly where the United States wants to go, which is going to provide a lot of clearance as far as regulation, a lot of opportunity for development. And honestly, Robinhood really, really leads here. Now, they were asked about competition, and Vlad had this great quote on competition. He said, "It's very difficult to fine tune AI models on mainframes." Now, Robinhood has the advantage of building everything on a single tech stack. A lot of their legacy competition, they simply just don't have that. They don't have the same quality of engineers. They don't have the rate of the implementation and innovation at all. And so Robinhood is at the forefront of both of these things, where cryptocurrencies, stablecoin, blockchain technology, it's not just about trading. It's about developing a lot of utility with that saves a lot of margin, that gives a better quality experience for customers. And you can import a lot of stuff on the blockchain itself, but also AI, like who out of all the other trading companies out there is going to implement AI at the same level of Robinhood? Public might come close, maybe, but a lot of the legacy players like Schwab, I'm sorry, they don't have much of a chance here. They're going to get destroyed over the coming years. Now, I mentioned a couple of other really interesting things. One of those is Robinhood Legend itself, their desktop trading platform. I was curious if that was going to be cannibalistic growth. They mentioned that it had a $50 million annual run rate. And I was like, okay, well, maybe people are just trading on that and doing less trading on their phone. And that's actually not the case. According to Vlad, the direct quote, it's not just that these customers are taking mobile activity and doing it on the desktop. They're doing more with us. And so it's actual growth. Index options, he mentioned that CBOE, their partner to back in those, noted that they had a record level of options, and they specifically called out Robinhood for moving the needle there. Again, another $50 million annual run rate, and I expect that'll continue to grow over time. Robinhood Futures, which is now dropped for everyone, whether you've used it or not, he said that it has a faster ramp so far than index options, and they see it as a 9-figure business. All three of these are very new components to Robinhood that we didn't even have on the radar 6 months ago, and they're already killing it. Now, you might be one of those people that's waiting on the gold credit card. And I can say, the experience itself is absolutely fantastic. I was frustrated being on the wait list. I understand that it's not fun, but the moment you get that card in your hand, you're excited. Good news if you're on the wait list. There are over 100,000 right now as far as users and holders of that card, and they plan to expand it to multiples of the current cardholder base this year. Now, the Robinhood Gold, they of course they have an event that's coming up here at the end of this month. In midsummer, they have a crypto summit in Europe, which sounds like it's going to be a really big deal for Robinhood. Vlad said that he was reviewing the agenda for this crypto summit, and he said, exact quotes, "I got giddy when reviewing the agenda for the mid-year crypto event." I don't know how many times Vlad gets giddy, but yeah, he's certainly excited. And he talked about crypto as allowing them to do 24/7 trading. Right now, they have 24/5 trading, but that requires excellent engineering, which thankfully they have. It's cheaper, it's more efficient. They can do fractionalization of shares, not like it is right now where they had to build a whole product, but it can actually be done for free. And they're also looking for a gold benefit for crypto. And so it wouldn't be shocking if they announced that at the crypto summit as well. Now, Vlad also mentioned international, that there's a big opportunity there that they are looking at. And they say that it won't be too long before they see millions of users. And then he said, hopefully, tens of million users. Of course, they're launching and they've rolled out options in the UK. And as a result, they're actually seeing meaningful revenue being generated in the UK. Of course, SIPs and ISAs need to come out there as well for that to really gain a lot of traction. Launching in the Singapore, and they mention if you're in the EU, of course, you have access to that wallet. You're able to trade crypto right now. That Robinhood Legend is coming to the EU as well. So that's very good news if you're waiting for those products. Now, one other thing as well is institutional. Right now, Robinhood has no institutional clients. They have no institutional presence, but he mentioned that institutional is a very big opportunity. Now, I've mentioned elsewhere on Robinhood Weekly that there's a huge opportunity for international revenue, specifically with their crypto product. A lot of that's built out from Bitstamp, and boy, they have an advantage there. But it's not just in crypto. It's all across their entire platform. The institutions can be a big piece of the picture. He singled out IBKR as a brokerage that had actually more than half of its revenue in institutions. And he said that he thinks that Robinhood can get there where institutional revenue, this isn't volume, but the actual revenue exceeds that of retail on the platform, which is just absolutely shocking and amazing. Mentioned a few other things about AI as well, but I won't go into that too much. But overall, this was a really exciting event. It's over 50 minutes of content. Makes it very easy on days like today when Robinhood has dipped a lot with the market. I think it had like 5 or 6 down days in a row. RSI was showing it very oversold. Me with Robinhood, I'm just holding it and DCAing into it. Did a little bit more aggressively this week. Some names, actually, most of my names, I'm just not doing that. But long term, even though Robinhood is very cyclical, if we have crypto winter sooner rather than later, if we have a bear market, I don't think that's happening anytime soon, but this is certainly a pullback. That's not great for Robinhood. It is cyclical, but I have long-term horizons. I'm expecting to not need the money that I'm investing right now for the next 5, 6, 7, 10 years. Who knows? And this is an easy company for me personally to DCA in when I can see that long-term vision, that excellence, that execution. They're killing it across all levels. Just look at the results, and those speak for themselves. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Was there something that you would have hoped to hear more about in this fireside chat with Vlad? What are you expecting for those next 2 Robinhood events that are coming out? Are you holding Robinhood stock and are you DCAing, or are you saying, hey, it's too risky and too volatile, I need to take some off the table? Of course, you do you. And as always, thank you for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Until next time, happy investing.